Is it ready? Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
And we're Pinky Mouse Sisters in the Kitchen. And someone said the other day that they couldn't find Pinky Mouse Sisters in the Kitchen. And I guess that's a little deceiving. It's Pinky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy is our page.
Yes.
Pinky Mouse Sisters in the Kitchen is actually our YouTube channel.
We created this page a couple of 3 years before we started cooking live videos, and we didn't change it. So for all of you sweet people who are making sure that y'all are on the right page, our Facebook page does say Pinky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy. The way they can tell if they're on the right page
is our followers.
Is our number of followers. Or if you look, does it have the date the page was created?
You have to go into information to get that. You have to go in there on the page. It says more information. That's where you find out that. But you have to click on that to get it. So
thank y'all for watching out for us.
Yeah. And this morning we are making a raisin pie. And that may not be everybody's favorite, but whenever we said that yesterday that I was making it, there was more people responded that they did like raisin pie. So hopefully this will be something that you might be interested in.
A lot of people actually ask for a recipe for raisin pie.
Yes, they did. And so it's very simple. The recipe is on our website, but on the members page. But that recipe makes 2 pies. I forgot to add that in the recipe. So what I'm doing today is half of what recipe that's on our website page, on our membership page. But I will tell you, it kind of depends on your pie pan, because what I made last night was in a deep pie pan, and I really wished I'd have made a little more filling in it, because
the deep ones
take more. So you kind of go by your own judgment about this if you're using different size pans. All right, so first of all, 2 cups of raisins, and we'll put them in turn it on. And Linda, would you get me 2 cups of water?
Sure.
And this, here, you can just use the same one. I need 2 cups of water in my, this is just raisins, and we put 2 cups of water in there, and we're going to boil it for 5 minutes.
I think that went a little over 2 cups.
And
does that look about right?
Just pour it in. And when that comes to a boil, we're going to boil it for 5 minutes, and which will take a few minutes. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to put a half a cup of imperial brown sugar, light brown, and
I always think about Mike thought, y'all, I'm not making fun of Mike, so if somebody's on there thinking I'm making fun of him, I'm not. But he thought light brown sugar was diet sugar.
Oh, really? I wrote this recipe down this morning just to make sure that I don't put the wrong the amounts. It's a half a teaspoon of cinnamon in your bowl with the, and that's our good cinnamon.
That cinnamon smells so good. I love cinnamon.
Here's our cornstarch. I buy it bulk at Sam's, and cornstarch is 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch.
I remember when we used to get cornstarch at Town Talk at this store in Fort Worth. Y'all have heard us mention it before, for 10 cents a pound. When Mama was making a lot of fried pies, I'd get a 100-pound sack for $10. Yes, I sure would.
I was looking for my half a tablespoon. Okay, that's 2.5 of cornstarch. I'm just going to put that up right there. And salt is, I think it's an 1/8. Is it an 1/8 or half? Salt. It's an 1/8. This is a 1/4. Well, I thought I got an 1/8. I'll use a 1/4 and just use half of it. All right. Linda, if you'll get a whisk,
Okay.
You get the little whisk out of this second drawer right here,
Oh,
please.
the
I
little
forgot
one.
to get that
Okay.
out.
There you go.
You can just whisk that up for me, if
Okay.
you will. Just whisk up your, mixing up your brown sugar, cornstarch, salt, and cinnamon.
It smells so good.
And get these raisins boiling over here. It doesn't take long at all to know
Now,
the
Mary,
recipe.
it's still got some little knots in it. Do you want to squeeze
I
it
wonder
with
why.
your hands to get those out?
That's brown sugar.
But that brown sugar was fresh, so
I know.
I don't know why it did that.
I don't either.
I know
It's gonna dissolve when it
it'll
hits
dissolve.
when it hits that water. Well, I'm getting my stove. The maintenance man is supposed to be here today to fix my
Well,
stove.
hallelujah! And I
know
love
it.
your new refrigerator.
I know. See my new refrigerator? My children got me a new refrigerator for Christmas. It's an early Christmas present, and I'm so
love
proud of
looks
it.
so nice.
I think this. It must have been moisture or something.
Yeah,
in
it
the,
probably was.
Probably was a cup.
Could have been.
So anyway, it's get this to boiling.
I love your cute little bowls. They're so
Oh
cute.
yeah. That's the majority of it is the 5 minutes, getting that to boiling for 5 minutes. Hadn't started boiling yet, but when it does, we're gonna put the timer for 5 minutes. Preheated the oven to 425. Now I didn't put this on the instructions, but I found that out last night because I actually baked this pie last night, so y'all wouldn't have to wait on it. 425 for 10 minutes, and then turn it down to 400
Okay.
because it got really hot. I almost browned it too much, and then I put a pie shield on
There's
it.
a lot of pies that
Yeah.
will start out cooking at a higher
Yeah.
temp and then turning it down.
I'm gonna time this now. So we'll cook that for 5 minutes, and
I'm
then
anxious to see how you do this one. It's probably been about 3-4 years since I've made a raisin pie.
it's probably been 30 years since I don't know how long, but it's been a long time since I made a raisin pie. Bobby liked raisin pies.
Daddy loved them. Daddy
Yeah.
thought there was 2 foods that Daddy thought could cure the world, and that was raisins and honey.
He did.
loved raisins and honey.
You know, Linda, we used to have what you call raisins. Remember that?
Yes, they hurt like
I
the
mean
devil.
they did, and Daddy would tell us we need to eat more raisins. Remember that?
Yeah,
He
Mama
would-
said, well, it might do you some good about a year from now.
Yeah.
It's not going to do you any good right now.
Oh no.
But he did. He believed in
Yeah,
raisins
yeah.
and honey.
Yeah, he did. And I'll get my pie
And I
pan.
love raisins. I like them for a snack.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I've already put the pie shell in the pie. I'm using an aluminum pan because I want to take this to the church.
To sell. That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
Yeah.
Now, this is not as deep as
And this is not
your
as deep.
regular
No, it's
pie,
not.
like a stone pie
Right.
pan.
I had saran wrap on it because I didn't want it to dry out. Just throw that away, Linda, if you don't mind. And I'm going to bake it on this dish, on this pan, because this is aluminum pan. And by the oven being that hot, I don't want it to burn on the bottom. Do you do that?
I always put
Yeah.
my pies in a pan
I
because
didn't.
I don't want to mess the pie crust up when
Yeah.
I pick them up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't, the one I made last night, but I knew this was thinner. The pan was thinner. So you just put it in this, and then we'll put the other top one on top of this. Now, if you're going to put your pie on a cookie sheet or a pan when you put it in the oven, be sure your pan is a thick, heavy pan.
Right.
Because if you put this your pie on a cookie sheet that is thin, what's going to happen is when that pan gets hot, it's going to flip. It's going to bend on you, and you're going to have a messed up pie.
It won't cook even.
Yeah,
'cause-
right.
And a lot of cheap, especially cheap cookie sheets will do
yeah,
that.
Yeah. So be sure and use a good cookie sheet or pan.
You know what I saw last night?
What'd you see?
I saw a old-timey no-bake grape cake.
Really?
Oh, no, I don't think I've
Very
ever seen one of those.
Yeah.
I'll have to share with y'all.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Okay. Yeah.
grapes is something that used to be plenty of, and I guess
Yeah.
still is. People still make grape jelly and
Yeah.
out of wild grapes, and
Yeah.
I think one year Linnell made a whole lot, didn't she, from picking,
Yes, she did.
picking
Yes.
grapes.
They cooked it right on top of the stove, and it was a cake.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
No, I never heard of that. But you hear of all kind of things nowadays.
Yeah.
I watch cooking shows sometimes, and some of them is things that's brought back memories to me that I said, you know what, that's so simple. And I used to fix that all the time, and we hadn't even done it. It was just some little things that I thought, you know what, I raised my kids doing that. You know.
Yeah, I know. It's funny how something to newer generations
Yeah.
seems like it's such a novelty when we did it when we were
Yeah,
10, 11, 12 years old.
that's right. Okay, that's just like another minute. Then we'll roll out this pie. I'm not even going to roll this out. Scissors, if you don't mind, Linda. Well, you know what? I think I didn't use the scissors this morning.
You know, Mary,
This is
I mentioned, I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is a store-bought pie crust, y'all. The one I made last night was my recipe of pie crust. The one that I made last week, the chocolate pie, I had some dough left, and I kept it in the refrigerator with saran wrap. Now, if you make extra pie dough and you wrap it in saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator, when you bring it out, it's going to be very hard. Mm-hmm. So you have to leave it out till it gets kind of room at temperature, and then roll it out. And I did that last night, but I have another one I'm going to make later, but I didn't want to roll it out this morning. So I just grabbed me some of these.
These Pillsbury pie crusts
They're
are
good
good
pie
pie crust.
Yes, they are.
For a bought pie crust.
And I'm not even going to roll it out with the roller. I'm just going to put it right on that
Unroll
pie.
it and put it over there.
I am.
If you're in a pinch, I always keep some of these, either in the freezer or in the refrigerator, because sometimes you just need one.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be so glad for them. You know, if you need maintenance done to appliance, you sure need to call. Think you're gonna get it done real quick, cause it takes a long time.
I hope that whatever's wrong, that they can get it fixed
I
today.
do too.
And not have to order something.
I do too. Now I'm going to put. This is the brown sugar, cornstarch, and salt and cinnamon, and I'm gonna put a little bit in at the time. And stir it, and I'm using a spatula. Because that cornstarch you can't put in something hot, but because it's got that brown sugar in it,
Mixed with it.
it works. Yeah. Just set that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you just cook this for a minute, probably about a minute or two, not long. Just kind of till it kind
Looks
of
good. That sure brings back a lot of memories, don't it?
Yeah.
Mama always made raisin pies.
Yes, she did.
Always.
I thought about Mother when I was making this, because you just cook it to kind of you'll know when you start cooking it,
Yeah.
it starts getting thick, and you want that to incorporate good.
Smells good.
So you just stir it and let it cook, and then I take it off the fire after it cooks just a few minutes. I'm gonna make sure that it cooks enough. Of course, it's gonna be in the oven for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Takes about 30 minutes to cook it, but I thought maybe I would already have one done so y'all could see what it's like. I'm anxious to cut it. To see if I still have my knack.
Oh, I know it's going to be good. I can just almost see Daddy eating
Yeah.
a piece of that.
I know.
Mama made several desserts at Thanksgiving. She always had
There's several recipes that you can use. This is just kind of
a combination.
combination.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
sometimes, Mary.
I looked up that recipe you was talking about.
Yeah, ain't
and
pearls.
it's more of like a custard
Yeah.
raisin pie. It has an egg in it. I don't put egg in this.
Well, this looks really good.
I'm anxious to see. Like I said, it's just a kind of combination of how I do. I take a recipe and then I add my own.
I do that
thing.
too.
Yeah.
I think probably all cooks do.
Yeah,
Mary.
I do too. I think so too. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna probably put it over here because I don't want it to keep cooking. I put 1.5 tablespoons of butter in here.
Is that salted or unsalted?
I think that's unsalted because I
Okay.
put salt in that. Okay, now how much? Get my right spoon out here. This is fresh squeezed lemon juice. I had a little cut, just a little cut on my finger.
That hurt.
Boy, when
didn't
I
it?
was squeezing that lemon out,
You certainly felt that.
I did.
I don't know if Kathy and Irene are watching today. Have you seen Kathy LePage make any comments?
I haven't, but I also don't get most of this.
Okay.
A 1/2 teaspoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice.
So if y'all are watching, hi, Kathy and Irene.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they are or not.
And then a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And that is it.
It smells so good.
And that's my raisin pie. And actually, you're supposed to kind of cool this a little bit before I put it in that crust, but I'm not. I didn't do it last night either. Well, I'll tell you what. It cooled as long as it took me to put the
cooled real
crust
quick.
in the shell.
Do y'all think technology will ever get to the point where they can actually smell something
I don't know.
while watching it? You know, I mean, that sounds
can-
far-fetched.
I
but,
know.
I mean, when we were kids, they were talking about stuff that we never in our wildest
You're
dreams
right.
thought would happen, and
Right.
it did happen. So,
Right.
you know, I mean, I'm
That's
still
true.
getting used to FaceTime calls, and, you know, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all FaceTime me, and I don't know you're FaceTiming me. I ain't going to answer it.
I don't need to.
'Cause I'm comfy when I'm not working, and that means PJs.
Except one time she said that I FaceTimed her, but I didn't realize I FaceTimed. I was in the bed.
It's a little bit
I won't
scary.
tell who did that, but anyway, she said, "Hi, Mary," and I said, "Hi," and I said, "Did you FaceTime me?" And she said, "No, you FaceTime me," and I said, "Well, I didn't mean to." I says, "How do I cut this thing off?" And so she told me I just cut the phone off. I tried all kinds of things and I couldn't get it to go off, so I just cut the phone off. But anyway, I have to be careful. Now, if some of y'all are trying to call me and it hangs up, I don't know what's wrong. Whenever I touch the answer button, it hangs me people up.
I think the phones have been wacko for a few days. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something in the atmosphere or
Yeah,
what it is.
I don't
but
either.
you know, we got cut off 2 or 3 times the other day.
I know. I don't know what's in. So if y'all try to call me and I hang up on you, I don't know it. Okay. Now, you do not prick this pie shell. You don't prick it. If it was a pecan pie, and you're not going to have a second crust on it, then you could bake this for 5 minutes.
Right.
But it has a top crust, and you can't. I'll tell off on myself. I just
can't
popped
put
that
it
thing
down there, yeah.
I popped that thing in the oven last night, and I said, "Oh no, I got to put a crust on that." I got it out real quick, and I managed to get that top on it. But let me tell you something: if I hadn't, at the moment I did, I wouldn't.
Because it starts cooking, and you're not going to be able to
the
squeeze
edges
it
would
together.
be cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Thank you. It does smell good, doesn't it?
It does. It smells really good.
And I can't say enough about my pan. I love this
know.
pan. I mean, look how it just so easy
I
to
know,
get
and
out.
you don't have to worry about the handle slipping out of your hand either. 'Cause
And
it's
see,
not
on this
slick.
on this pie pan, it pretty well filled it up. And the one that I did last night, it really didn't. I think I would have added another cup of water and another cup of raisins
Okay.
to it for the deep.
And you would have had to increase your
And I would have
sugar
increased.
and your
I
other
would have
ingredients
increased
a little, too.
everything. Yes. Now I'm gonna. Would you hand me that green knife, please, Linda?
Yes.
It's to me This is too much dough. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it on there. It's going to be a thick. I don't usually leave this much dough on it.
And she's doing the top one first, right? The top one, and then you're going to squeeze.
No, I'm squeezing them together.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I thought she was just doing one layer.
No. Do you do it? Do you do it?
No, I just thought that's how you were doing it.
No. Let me get out this pan.
Yeah, you missed a little bit on that side. I think that's what threw me off.
Yeah, come on. I'm squeezing these two pie crusts, the top and the bottom, together.
You know where you got this pan?
I don't remember.
It's an old Baker's Secret air bake. Mama bought these for us.
Are you sure? No, Mama didn't buy that for me.
Well, she bought me one. Are you
she?
positive
I'm
she didn't?
positive.
These are very old pans.
I think I bought that at TJ Maxx.
Well, you may have, but
I
I
did.
hadn't even seen an air bake in a long time like this.
You know, I don't know, Linda, but I'm almost positive about it. And I'll tell you why.
Well, you could have.
Because
I just know she
Sister
bought us
Boatman
one.
does her rolls in this size pan.
Okay.
And I looked everywhere
For
trying
it.
to find one,
Okay.
and I think I found that at TJ Maxx. Okay, after I got my two pie crust squished together, however you want to say it.
That looks really nice. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you see that little container over there it's got egg wash. It's got egg
Yes, I
wash
do.
in it.
You want that?
Yes, please.
With the pastry brush?
Yes, please.
So I'm going to say what a lot of people are probably thinking.
What?
It doesn't look very good. However, it does smell really good. It smells delicious.
Well,
It does.
you're going to get to taste it here in a
I'll
few
taste
minutes.
it. Since I said something, I'll taste it
Okay.
and give my real opinion. But I ain't
Okay.
going to lie.
No, I don't want you to lie. If you don't like it, that's not everybody's cup of tea.
It smells good though.
It smells really good.
Okay, this is an egg that I broke last night, and I put 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of whole milk, and I kept it in the refrigerator. It's okay in it. I don't usually keep eggs.
Yeah, just overnight it is.
I just did it. Yeah, I cooked that last night, and I'm just going to wash the top of this. It makes it have a little shine.
Yes.
So
People keep commenting about mincemeat pie.
yes,
What's in mincemeat
it's.
pie?
wanted to
it's
talk
similar.
about
Yes.
mincemeat. I
It's
bought
similar.
some yesterday.
Did you? Yeah, we did one last year on film.
Yeah. So mincemeat, I got Mary, do you want to take it?
No, you do it.
So I got an order for a mincemeat pie back when I was still baking for the public, and when she called and told me she wanted a mincemeat pie, and I told her, I said, I can make you a mincemeat pie, but the mincemeat is not going to be homemade.
Yeah.
And I guess that was kind of funny because probably most people have never heard of making your own mincemeat, but our grandma Hooper made her own mincemeat.
she did, but I have never. Then you just make some slits on the top because this has to have some air. It did crack right there, so I'll show you. My other one did the same thing. But I will tell you, and I'm noticing on this pie filling was hot. It really needed to be a little cooler before you put it on.
And
the
I think
crust.
that's what
why
they
that
did.
happened.
Why
Yeah.
that did that
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I'm going to make some mini mincemeat pies.
Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So cool your filling a little bit before you put it in your crust because it, as you can see right there, where it's because the filling was so hot, it kind of cracked my crust.
And it's not going to hurt the
It's not
taste
going to
of it.
hurt, but it just.
So what's in the mincemeat pie?
So mincemeat is made up, and for those of you who don't know, you'll probably think, oh, gross. It's made up of beef, little tiny pieces of chopped beef. It has lots of dried fruit, sugar, and spices, and it is delicious. It's really good. I know it doesn't sound good. Linda's kind of making a face over there.
It doesn't taste like meat, Linda, if you're wondering.
But it's really, really delicious. And I'm going to make some small ones. But like I said, when we were kids, you bought mincemeat in a little box. Remember, Mary?
Yes.
It's probably about 4 inches high and
Yes.
maybe about 3 inches wide, and it was just packed. in that box, and that's what Mama used when she made mincemeat. Now you can buy it in a quart jar at Walmart.
This is my pie that I made last
Isn't
night.
that beautiful? That's
It's very
gorgeous.
And that's where it cracked a little bit. And this is homemade crust here. All right, you want to get me a real plate up there. Get us both a plate. I'm gonna cut this thing.
Mary loves her dishes.
I just as soon to wash dishes as I had to use paper plates.
Well, I'll tell you that Mike will always pick a real plate over a paper plate.
I did not
always
ever
do that.
serve my husband in a paper plate. I can tell you that. I don't care if we was having sandwiches. I served him with a plate.
Braden had company the other day, and before I left, I said, "Okay, y'all, there's a cabinet with paper products in there." And Braden said, "He can't use a real plate." I said, "There's paper plates in the cabinet over there."
That's so funny.
And this is, like I said, this is my homemade crust, and it's a lot flakier probably, because it's coming off. I just cut me a little piece. I'm gonna cut you a.
No, I just want a bite, Mary. You know I can't eat a whole piece. I just want to. I don't want to waste it. So I'm just going to eat a part of a piece.
Well,
that looks just like something that would be at on Molly's freezer
Malls, yeah.
during the holidays. That's
Yeah.
just what that reminds me of. It's beautiful.
It looks very good.
It looks
you
really.
can cut you a piece, Linda. I'll cut you a piece off the camera. This is crust. All right, get you a fork, Linda. Let's taste it. I'll eat crust. I like crust. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jesus. Like it? It's good. It's good. Now, that recipe that you was talking about, I looked it up last night. Who was it? Who?
Aunt Pearl.
Excuse me. I gotta get me some water.
Well, give me a
Sorry.
fork since I said something.
Okay. There you go.
I'll give my real opinion.
That's really good.
Linda, you want some water or some milk?
I've got a
Some
bottle of
milk?
water over there. Thank you anyway.
What do you think, Linda?
I think it's really good.
What
It's very
thanks?
good. I would eat it.
Okay, well, good.
It's delicious, and that crust, that double crusted pies are something
Yeah.
that was very common back in our day and before then, because like Grandma Hooper, they had their own orchard, so they had all this fruit, and nothing went to waste back then. They didn't waste anything, and that was their specialty. Their house was full of pies at Christmas time.
I know. And we have a lot too. I might make one this year and see who all likes it.
I think it's delicious.
I like it. I do. I like it.
I mean, would this be still good next week if you wrapped it up? I would think it would. It's fruit. It's
What is
not
today? Today Wednesday. They're coming Monday. We could have it Monday. We wouldn't have it for Thanksgiving.
I just
but
wrapped that
we could have
up.
it Monday because two
What I
of the
do.
grandkids and their
If you have
family.
any left.
Yeah. Chuck could get a piece, and I don't know. Linda might
I'll take Braden some.
and Braden.
I think
So.
Braden would probably like it.
Nathan.
Yeah, I think both of them would like it.
We won't have a hard time getting rid. We don't food, do we? I'm telling you, that day that dressing, it was gone in a matter of no time because, of course, we made it as a one dish because it had chicken
Right,
in it,
yeah.
and so it worked out okay. But I spared y'all from waiting 30 minutes, but I got 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna put this rim around it. You can buy these things at the dollar store, 3 or 4 of them at the dollar store, and you just put this on top of your pie like that.
And it
I
keeps from the
almost
edges.
waited too long last night. These are a little bit darker than what I would like, but I forgot to put this on there until I checked it, and I thought, oh goodness, it's getting too hot.
Yeah.
So
People are asking, can you freeze it?
yeah, you can freeze that. Just wrap it good. You have to wrap it really well.
That's the big thing about freezing
Yes.
anything. It
Wrap it
has
up.
to be wrapped, several layers of wrapping.
Yep. Just wrap it up good.
I'm-
And I can put it in the refrigerator too. That's no problem with that. If I can find room.
That's the problem.
I've got cake in there now.
$64,000 question.
And later on this afternoon, I've got a coconut cake made that I'm taking to the church, to the bazaar. So this afternoon, I'm going to be icing that cake. So, and I'm going to do it live on Pinky Mouse.
Right, and that brings up another thing. Y'all going to see us popping on, Mary and I both, individually over the next few days, cooking things that would be good for Thanksgiving.
I thought y'all might want to see it, how I make them for the church. It has a pineapple filling, so I'm going to make one this afternoon, and I can't tell you what time because the maintenance man is supposed to be here between 1 and 5 o'clock. So, I don't know what time. I have the cake done. I can do the icing, but I really wanted to show them how to do the cake too.
Right.
But if something happens and they don't come, I will go ahead and it's a 7-minute icing is what it is.
Mama used to call it boil frosting,
Yeah.
is what she called it.
So
It's the same thing.
I'm going to make that and icing the cake. I've already got the pineapple filling made, so it's going to be simple doing that. But the cake recipe, I may have to wait until after the maintenance man gets here before I show you how to make the cake.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do this evening.
So lots of little videos over the next few days. So y'all make sure your notifications on. And I know there's still some of you that say you don't get them, and I know you don't get them because we have so many tell us that. But just double check. You know, Facebook is always doing updates, just like any other program does. And I think sometimes it might get knocked off. Do you think that's what happens?
I don't know what it is, but I know people don't get the notifications. But, you know, this is a busy time of the year. So we're just going to go ahead and video y'all, and we'd love for you to be on there live with us. But just check our page every so often, and you'll probably find a video that you didn't know that was on there. So just check our page every so often, because we're going to be doing a lot. My grandkids are coming on Monday. I'm going to do are you cooking Monday? Or I'm cooking one Monday, right?
You're
Someone
cooking.
asked when you're doing the sour cream enchiladas.
That's what I was going to say. I'm doing the sour cream enchiladas Tuesday. I'm doing the sour cream chicken enchiladas on Tuesday. You videoing on Tuesday too, aren't you?
Yes, but we obviously won't be on at the same time.
I think she will go on at 10 o'clock. I will probably go on around 12 or 1.
Okay.
For the chicken enchiladas. And the reason for that is because all the kids are going to be here Tuesday morning, and I will be fixing breakfast.
Be a little madhouse.
You know,
it's so much fun when they're all here.
I mean, they're just in and out. But if something,
is that when you
that's what I
put that on it?
Yeah, I was going to put this on here. I'm putting that rim around it, and I'm going to turn this oven down to 400.
And do you need to reset your timer?
Yeah, I cook it for 25 more minutes. The pie is actually done. It's getting that crust done.
Right,
yeah, because it has no eggs in it. I mean, it is just a raisin pie. What I was saying a while ago, ain't Jewel or ain't Pearl? I done forgot. We have that recipe, and I looked it up last night, and hers is entirely different from this. Hers is kind of like a custard, and I think that's what Mama done.
They did a lot of custards back in the day. Molly used to.
It kind of like her raisin pie was kind of like a custard. It had more of a whiter, creamier, with the raisins in it, and I think that's what Mama done. I'm not sure.
Well, this is really
good. Like I said, this is just kind of.
This kind of reminds me of the way a mincemeat pie looks.
Yeah, it does. But I didn't do an egg and stuff. It's just a raisin pie. So hopefully that y'all will like this recipe. And you got lots to do this afternoon too, don't you?
Yeah, I've got to go back by. I've got a list for the kids for Christmas, and right now I think Mike is going to go with me. He didn't feel real good this morning, but I think he's going with me tomorrow.
So you're going Christmas shopping tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, go ahead.
So what are you doing? You're
tomorrow I will be at the church part of the day. making sure we got all the last minute things that you wait to the last minute. We got to buy stuff for the salads. We got to wrap crackers, and I don't think we have to wrap the cornbread because usually the lady from the college does that for us. And anyway, it's just last minute things that has to be done, so it don't have to be done that morning, Friday morning. So who knows? Are you cooking? Are you cooking tomorrow evening?
I may do something tomorrow afternoon. It's going to depend on how long. Y'all know how men shop. They were really fast, and I'm not because I like to take my time. But if I get in and I'm not too tired, I may do something tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. One of us will probably do something tomorrow because I still got some baking to do.
Yeah.
So the cake I do today, actually I'm going to icing one and make one today, coconut cake. And then I'm not sure. It depends on my time. But I do have to do some more baking for the church.
So I wanted to mention Mike's sister. Some of you saw me put the post on the other day. I believe it was on my personal page. She's had some health problems. She had a heart attack back a couple of months ago. Well, she had open heart surgery last Thursday, I believe. And
yeah, we was out of town the day.
Yes.
Was it Friday or Thursday?
Her fiance it's Mike's oldest sister, and her name is Janet, and we appreciate your prayers. She's had a couple little setbacks. We think they got her stable, but she's still in ICU or CICU. So everyone, I really appreciate your prayers for her. Mike really loves her.
I know. Well, naturally.
He has lost 2 siblings already, and I just don't want him to lose her.
Right. Exactly. Well, I was going through my birthday cards, and I just got this just a few days ago, and she said she's sorry that it was late and all that. But it was so cute. I wanted to show y'all.
It is adorable.
She made this. Isn't that cute?
That is so cute.
Look here.
That is so cute.
Isn't that cute?
And she did it in red and green. That is so pretty.
Isn't that cute? Anyway, she lives in Canada. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that.
And Mary, we have so many. We have followers all over the world, and y'all know I don't like that word, but our friends that watch us. But we have so many faithful friends in different countries. We got a message the other day from someone in Canada wanting to buy Mama's book. And I will tell y'all that we can ship to Canada. We don't advertise it because the shipping is like more than the book is.
Yeah, it's right.
But if anyone wants it in Canada and you don't mind paying the postage and you've got a good address, we will send it to you. But before we do, we'll get an estimate and give you what it's going to cost. And I'm not pushing sales to Canada because we don't like charging these high prices for shipping.
Right.
We don't make any money off of it. We hate for you to have to pay it. But if there is someone that wants it, we will get it to them.
Right. Our books are $20, but time you add your taxes
and shipping,
it's more than that. So anyway, we appreciate all of y'all's support and buying Mama's book and our cookbook.
And they're in different time zones. I mean, we have so many friends in Ireland that watch us, and I think it's 6 hours difference. So, we just are so honored that y'all watch us and share our page.
Right. Yes.
And our numbers.
I know it. I noticed that it's gone up now. It's 451,000. So thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for sharing, because that is how we grow, is for y'all to share and get some new followers out there. We love you, and I guess we'll sign off because we've got so many other things to do. And this is a wonderful time of the year. I love it. Excitement. Yes. If you're feeling down and don't feel good, start thinking about all the good times that you're going to have shopping for kids. And
put you on some good music, some good praise music, and like they say, be thankful for what you have, not what you don't have.
Right. And count your blessings. We love y'all.
We love y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.